Welcome to Medill Sports Talk, where we break down the news this week for the sports you love. Hello and welcome. I'm Lauren Rosen, joined today by Hogan Davis and Alexis Colmer. Hey guys.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to do something that we love, recap the NBA. We're also going to give you a preview of the US Open and the World Cup. So we're going to start off on the hardwood with my basketball analysts here today. Thanks for being here.
Always.
To commemorate the end of another record-breaking NBA season and our first season coming live to your screens, we're going to do our old favorite, the quick shoot-around. So you guys know the drill. I'll ask a series of questions. You'll answer as efficiently as possible. The efficiency appears to be optional in previous episodes, but that's fine.
I make no promises.
So Alexis, I'll start with you. After watching the finals, the Warriors obviously swept the Cavaliers. Did the voters choose the proper finals MVP?
I think for finals MVP, it was pretty much kind of like a toss-up. It could go like either way. I feel like maybe the fans were a little like fair weather voters because like Curry had those great games and he had the bad game, and then Durant was like, bah, great game, and then they gave it to Durant, which I'm fine with. But I would have liked to see Steph Curry get the finals MVP.
I'm with Alexis. It should have been Steph Curry. I'm gonna go farther than Alexis. It should have been Steph Curry. He was the best player in 3 out of their 4 wins. I mean, I don't know how else you do the math. Like 3 is better than 1. That's just my takeaway from this series. It should have been Steph, and this was on the Dan Patrick Show, an absolutely great take, was that the reason they gave the MVP to Kevin Durant was because it was the only trophy light enough that he could actually lift it. Burn. So I think that's a pretty good, I don't know. We'll have to see. The NBA is all about conspiracies, so I want to hear Kevin Durant's side of this story.
And we all saw the parade yesterday in the Bay, and Steph is carrying the finals trophy, as he was for most of the post-game celebration. So I think Steph gets the bigger trophy.
Yeah.
KD gets the smaller trophy. I do kind of agree with you guys, though. I think it's time to give Steph that finals MVP.
And it's like, who do they actually give the NBA trophy to, or like the finals trophy? Who carries the Stanley Cup? It's not their second best guy.
It's Ovi.
It's the best player.
There you have it. So guys, now let's talk about the season as a whole. Hogan, I'll start with you. What was your your favorite on the court moment from this NBA season?
Ooh, let's say whenever Terry Rozier crossed up Eric Bledsoe and hit a 3 in his face in the NBA playoffs in the Celtics-Bucks playoff series. And then it goes into an off-the-court moment when Eric Bledsoe pretended not to know who Terry Rozier was after he had gotten killed by him 2 straight games. Their whole back and forth on court, off the court was incredible. I loved it. Scary Terry all the way.
Alexis, what do you think?
So my favorite on the court moment, I think it has to be the James Harden, Wesley Johnson murder that happened on the court. That was just good. Like the way James Harden literally looked at Wesley, that will never be topped.
No love for J.R. Smith's confusion in Game 1 of the finals?
That just broke my heart, honestly.
that was the saddest moment of the
Right, maybe
NBA
not your
season.
favorite. Okay, fair. So let's talk about off-the-court moments. This season we had the Rockets in the secret Staples tunnel, we had Rookie of the Year sweatshirt beef, we had punches thrown, we had soup thrown, and we had more memes than I could count. So Alexis, if you had to take the year in review, what do you pick as your favorite off-the-court moment in this NBA season?
Okay, so I'm gonna do 2. One's sad, one's happy. I'll be quick.
Okay.
So my first off-the-court moment is, of course, Dwayne Wade coming back to Miami. I remember I was in a layover in Newark and I literally cried because it was an amazing moment. All my family was calling me like, he's coming back, what does this mean? It means great things, family. My second moment is a little sad. But it was just all the content that we got about Hassan Whiteside's koi fish. Lauren and I are big fans of Hassan Whiteside's koi, and unfortunately we lost a member, RIP Big Tony. But just all the content of the koi fish really made me happy this season.
Just to clarify, Party Steve is still alive and well, right?
Party Steve is still alive and he's still hanging out by the filter in the corner of the tank.
And thank goodness for that. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, definitely I think if you Google Hassan Whiteside koi, you'll be entertained for at least an hour.
Forever,
Will you? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Are you not a big koi fish guy, Hogan?
Not a big koi fish guy.
If you're not a big koi fish guy, tell me about what kind of guy you are for next season. What are you most looking forward to? Terrible segue, but answer the question.
The thing I'm most looking forward to next season is the Boston Celtics. I can't wait to see this Celtics team with Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving back. how are they going to fit in with all of these young players, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Terry Rozier, guys that stepped up in the playoffs and proved that they deserve time. Everybody coming together and maybe being a championship contender. There's so much talent. They're so deep. Oh, they're going to be fun to watch.
Yeah. There's some buzz about LeBron going to the Celtics. What do you think that would mean for his relationship with Kyrie? Not to put you on the spot. What do you think that would mean for that organization as a whole?
Wouldn't that be like Kyrie's worst nightmare? Like he forces this trade because he wants to get out of LeBron's shadow and LeBron just follows him to Boston. It'd be incredible. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that it doesn't set up that way. I don't think Danny Ainge would do that. And the way the Celtics and LeBron have had their rivalry in the past, all their run-ins. But it's definitely interesting. It would be wild. It would blow up the NBA landscape.
Yeah. I mean, you can run from LeBron James, clearly, but can you hide? I think not. I think it would be hard. Alexis, what about you?
The Raptors haven't been able to. So.
That's
R.I.P.
True. Another R.I.P. I guess this turned into a little bit of a funeral today, but Alexis, please tell us what you think about next season. What's your favorite plot line to watch?
So my favorite plot line is basically, as a whole, I feel like whatever LeBron James decides is going to change everything. So that's what I'm most excited for. I'm excited for the new look NBA, old look Warriors, new look rest of the NBA. That's what I'm excited for.
So we've now teased it, I guess, with both of you. So here's what was going to be the last question of the segment, but we'll flip it around. Where, if you had to guess and you can only pick one team, where is LeBron playing next season?
I would have said the 76ers, but with the whole Brian Colangelo thing, that's so up in the air. I'm going the Lakers. Dwayne Wade said earlier about LeBron that this time he's going to make the decision because of family and lifestyle. LeBron wants to be in Hollywood. He wants to be a kingpin in LA, and he's going to bring Showtime back to the Lakers.
Alexis, do you agree?
I somewhat agree, but just to differ, I'm going to make my plea for Miami. Like he said it was a family decision. His kids can go back to Gulliver with all their friends where they were when he was there. And Gloria James told him not to leave Miami. So family decision, Gloria is part of the family.
And what if he wants to win a championship next season? If he wants to win a championship in 2019, there's only one option, if you ask me. Say it with me, Hogan.
The 76ers.
Oh. You guys always throw me under the bus, but the answer to that question is the Houston Rockets. We'll move forward. Let's talk about something that happened more recently, maybe last night, or was it yesterday in the morning? Anyway, you slice it.
It's
Lonzo
recent.
Ball, our favorite young Laker, some people's favorite young Laker, released a diss track about Kyle Kuzma called Kylie Kuzma. Now, guys, Alexis, I know you've done the research, so could you give us maybe a preview of what that song has to offer?
Yeah, so this song has a lot to offer. I have it right here. You see it's a good like half page maybe, single spaced. I think this is like 16 fonts, so maybe it's a little generous. But, so I'm gonna read like 2 lines. I'm gonna save like the bombshell one for the end. But I think, like what would it be? Big baller brand getting bread, little Kuz is getting crumbs. That's a good one. That's a closet, like, good one.
But didn't he also hate on Kuzma for not having a shoe? Like,
Yes,
let's
he
all
did.
reflect on the fact that Lonzo's dad makes his shoe.
Yeah, the ZO2s are not good.
And they're ugly and expensive.
If you look at the YouTube channel, What's Inside, where like the dad and the son like cut stuff up, they like cut a Lonzo Ball shoe in half, and the inside is like it's like nothing. It's really bad.
The whole thing is crazy, though.
Yeah.
The line about.
Go.
Oh, are we going to talk about the? I'll let you have the big line.
A reading from the Book of Ball. Pass it to Hogan.
Here you go.
I mean, there's so much great stuff. Just another dude with a bunch of tattoos, claiming that I can't shoot, but all these words is hitting you. I don't even know where to begin. If you're the bullet, I'm the gun. You want the smoke, you can get it. Dressing for attention.
But would we all agree? Would we all agree that Kyle Kuzma was the better player this season? Like, where is this coming
sure.
from?
100%. I think it's just
a joke.
I think it's a joke.
You think it's a joke? You think Kuzma's in on it?
It has to be. Well, it might be because Kyle Kuzma posted on Lonzo Ball's Instagram or commented on it, saying that no Pusha T, he was going to whop Lonzo's butt. So he didn't say that. Next season. So, I mean, Wednesday. So today.
Okay.
Ooh. In practice
But
beef.
then he took it down. So we don't. There's so much going on behind the scenes. We need to get to the big line though.
Yeah.
Is that Lauren? Lauren, you do the honors.
Which big line?
So there's a fact that you need to know going into this, and this is where it maybe goes over the line.
Yes.
Kyle Kuzma has never met his biological father.
I know, and that's really sad to me, but Lonzo doesn't care. He says, don't know who your daddy is while your behind is getting sunned. Like, that's just sad. I don't like this. I wish we could all just get along like we used to in middle school. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for indulging my quick shoot around. My last question will be, if the fans want to engage in some of this Twitter content that we're obviously obsessed with, who are your favorite Twitter followers or Twitter follows in the NBA community?
So I'm gonna go with kind of like a twofer, Jason Concepcion from The Ringer. He's like the host of NBA Desktop, which I think is like one of the best like Twitter native shows like for basketball, and also the starters. Just follow all of them; they're great.
Hogan?
Oh, it's Worldwide Wob. Worldwide Wob. Rob Perez now has a show, Buckets, with Cassidy Hubbarth on ESPN and Cycle.
Medill alum.
Yeah, shout out. He has the best content. He's incredible every game. NBA Desktop is another one. Alexis hit the nail on the head. It's the best.
I'd like to give quick shout outs to honorable mentions, Shea Serrano and Haley O'Shaughnessy, who we also talked about before the show.
Great.
Follow all these people and you'll have just as much fun as we do with the NBA. And it will be an exciting offseason, that's for sure. With the draft and summer league on the horizon, I thank my lucky stars every night, I know you guys do too, that the NBA is really a 12-month league. Alexis, Hogan, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
When we come back, Hogan, Darren Zaslow, and Jake Riepma will give you a preview on the green of the US Open. Don't go anywhere. This is Medill Sports Talk.